Katie, and as Karen said, you know, you've touched thousands and thousands of lives. You touched mine, your first class. I've got to turn the page. The Public Service Award is presented for Did I say that? Oh, I was going to skip that. Public or governmental service to the community of Carroll. Some things you got to adapt to around here. This is a unique award that recognizes those people that go above and beyond the call of their public duties. They are the reasons why we have such a great community. Recent winners: John Brocklesby, the Daily Times Herald, Dr. R.Q. Christensen, Neil Troback, Vern Hinkinius. To present this year's award, I'd like to introduce Kyler Ludwig.
So when I heard that the microphone wasn't working, I started sweating bullets. And Mike, I think you're a pretty funny guy too. Linda's kind of funny. So there is at least a few people in this room that I think tonight that I'm here to honor my mom with a special award. Not that my mom is a deserving recipient of this reward, but tonight we're going to honor a different teacher, a coach, and a mentor to so many of Carroll's youth, my grandpa. I'm going to struggle getting through this. It is my privilege tonight to recognize him for the Chamber of Commerce Public Service Award. My grandpa retired from Social Security Administration about the time I was born after 31 years of service. He also served our country for 2 years in the military overseas prior to that. Although he didn't serve in combat, he flipped a mean pancake as a coach. I can assure you it's pretty good. And played a great deal of one of his favorite pastimes of baseball while in the service. And if you need to find him, he's always the one arguing with the umpire or the referee. He has been a member of the Carroll Area Kiwanis, volunteers with Meals on Wheels, conducts junior golf clinics through the Carroll Rec Department and Breeder Golf Course, and has coached the Kemper golf team for the last 24 years. A former Kemper alum, a player for my grandpa, and a teammate of mine, Colin Hackett, he nominated coach for this award based on his dedication to the youth under his leadership. My grandpa always had a positive attitude towards his players, no matter what, and always said, keep grinding out there, play your best, and have fun because your scores will show it. And if you didn't play well, he would grab your neck and he'd smack you on the side of the head. And all the other coaches and players would walk by and they'd probably, what the hell is he so pissed off about? But what they couldn't hear what he was actually saying. If you had a bad day, he'd always say, you need to keep going, you need to keep your composure, and people will respect you for that. And if you have great success, you win state titles, and you win golf meets, you need to be humble. I don't know how many times that he told us that we should be humble. Having coached over 650 players, some who didn't even really know the game but wanted to learn, my grandpa was always there for them regardless of practice time. You could call him on a Sunday afternoon, no matter who you were. You could be 8 years old, you could be 80 years old, because he wanted to help you do your best. You didn't have to be his grandson because he thought of all his team in that same way. He even had kids call him coach that were not from the Kemper team. I know a bunch of people from working at the Carroll Country Club, I think, and Doug Burns, he came up and he shook my grandpa's head and said, hey coach, that's how a lot of people address him. They called him that because he just wanted a kid to play well. And I refer to him as coach or grandpa so much because for 2 reasons. The first reason is because everybody gets to call him coach, and that's what he always made me call him when I started high school golf. He wouldn't ever let me call him grandpa. So I guess that's why I'm starting to use it so much. And other reasons is because he had 2 players, Tyler Neighborhouse and Kent Kenobi, and every time I talk and have a conversation with them and they ask how my grandpa's doing, they don't refer to him as Coach or Larry, but they refer to him as Grandpa Larry. Although Coach led his team to 4 state championships and several state appearances, It is the passion he has for the game and the compassion he has for the kids that make him a worthy recipient of this award. When Jeff Blankman asked him about his team and their success, he has said many times, "It is the youth programs that Carroll provides for these young kids and gives them the skills and fundamentals to be good players." He never once said that he has been a part of that. To quote Colin again, Larry didn't just make the team successful, he made the people successful as well. I think this is true off the course as well. One of his previous employers, Joan Haber, said she learned a great deal from my grandpa when she was young and inexperienced. She said, "Larry never yelled at you, he mentored you." And I think my mom would agree. She always said when he was really pissed off at you, he just went talk to you, go hit golf balls in the garage. So it's my honor to present this award to somebody that a lot of people in Carroll who know him and don't know him, and they respect the hell out of you, and you deserve it. Thanks.
Holy cow. I was led out here thinking I was going to share this with somebody else, one of my daughters, but this is unbelievable. Michael, you want to get up here and help me a little bit? I'm so proud to accept this award. I truly love the community of Carroll, Kemper High School, and all those good golfers. Needed this little Caitlin Brook. Thank you very much.
Well, it all makes sense to me now. You know, I don't know how many years this party golf outing went on. Well, you know, we do a little radio around these parts, and so we sponsor a hole and we get a team. And way back in, you know, I don't know, the early 90s, I asked a couple guys, Troy Allen and Joe Pick, and I thought we'd pick up this Clark guy because, you know, we started calling him coach and all of that. And so then in the last few years, you know, I'd call him and he'd say, "Well, I mean, you know, if you want to get a better player, go ahead." Well, my friend, you can always play on my team. And now I understand why I always get hit in the side of the head when I hit a bad shot. Carroll Area, or CADC, Carroll Area Development Corporation, is a private-public partnership working to increase the property tax base and encourage job creation. CADC is involved with Carroll County communities to assist their growth and prosperity. CADC's president is Steve Schultz. I would ask Steve to stand and be recognized, and ask Steve to come forward to say a few words.